Maynooth. Well, I've been here a lot longer than other people, I suppose. It's the first thing. Did I did 2.5 years of an arts degree and then dropped out, and so I took up the music tech. So I knew they had the studio here, and I knew they had good facilities and stuff as well, but I also wanted to do the arts subject along with it. I did English. First of all, Maynooth, I suppose, is just, I love Maynooth. It's close enough to Dublin, but not in Dublin. I suppose if you go anywhere in Maynooth, you're almost guaranteed to meet someone you know or someone you can talk to, and if you don't, you can always talk to someone in Maynooth as well, which is pretty cool. So the music tech degree came up, and got stuck into it. There's a lot of basic stuff in the first year, a lot of sort of groundwork to be done, acoustics and stuff, but you find that you come back to that even now, and you come back to the acoustics stuff and that sort of stuff even more so than stuff you've done later on, than subjects or topics you've done later on in second and third year. I find a really good beginning, a good basis for stuff, especially here in the studio, to work out what you're trying to make stuff sound like and how it all works. Yeah, it was a lot. Class was great. We really bonded together. It was the first music tech year. We really kind of hit it off with each other. I don't think there was any sort of, never any falling out really, or any of that sort of crack that you sometimes get, but it was like this massive big 40 people family community sort of thing, and we helped each other out, dug each other out in the first year, and in the second year then when we were our projects, we got into groups, and we had to do a couple of pieces and really helped each other out. Everybody worked well together, and well, as far as I know, in my group anyway, and I'm sure there were problems in other groups, but sure they'll have that, you know, older or younger sibling sort of situations develop where people won't wash the dishes or won't come into the studio to record what they're supposed to record, or that sort of thing, but they all work out, like. And then came into third year, final project time. It was a lot of hard work, and again, we all helped each other out. If there was ever a problem in the studio, I had 3 or 4 people I could definitely call to help out, as well as calling the lecturers or that sort of thing, which is another thing. The staff are very, very approachable. The department is very approachable, especially in Fiona, the new department head is very cool to talk to.
Do you want to chat a bit about that final project you did?
Yeah, my final project was recording a band, the Joneses. It was sort of a rock pop sort of thing, and very standard, I suppose. There was nothing technical, nothing fancy, I suppose, but then again, that's sometimes the hardest thing to do, is to make it sound, like, the easier something is, or the more basic something is, the harder it is to make it sound very good. Like, you have to make it like top quality, which I didn't. I'm not saying I did, but it was good. It was enjoyable. We tried to get a lot of preparation done before we even came into the studio, yeah. So we came in here. There was a few teething problems, which there always is with this studio. I think is one problem you'll find in this course is leads sometimes don't work, floor boxes sometimes don't work, but there's always someone to call, or there's always a way around it. There's enough stuff here that you can definitely get work done if you're in the studio, as long as you're motivated and willing to chase a few cables. So yeah, the final project then came in. We did it in relatively few sessions. Most of the work was done on Pro Tools, the post recording stuff, the post production, or whatever you call it, and the mixing. We sort of booked up the sessions when the studio was finally sort of sorted out with exactly what length of time we had and that sort of thing. When we could block book and that sort of stuff, we got our sessions done and got in. I did a bit of work at home as well, just recording overdubs for the guitars and that sort of, stuff that you could do in your bedroom or in a nice treated room or untreated room. As long as there was a good sound out of it, you could bring it back here. Then that's the other thing. There's plenty of ways to bring your music sort of onto the computers here, or in the lab, or over in the computer labs over beyond with the new Apple lab we have over there. Is brilliant, and the computer science building. It's just a godsend to have Pro Tools there. Yeah, final project. I wasn't hugely impressed with the work I did, but then I'm fairly self-critical of myself, the work I do. I always look back and, I should have done that differently, or should have done that better. But you can spend a year on it, and it'll never be right. So you just have to bite the bullet and sort of, if you put it in your write-up, what I was hoping for and what I got done, and what this could have been done and this could have been done. That's all you can do, really, I suppose.